Amazing. All right, let me share my screen. Let me guys know if you can see, all right? Everything clear?
Yeah.
All right, amazing. So just before we start, I just want to know more about you guys. So this is your first time ever attending SNR class, right? Like zero knowledge about what's SNR, basically Malaysian SNR.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I saw something in YouTube. I watched some videos on YouTube, and yeah, that's why I wanted to have the mentorship with you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you just have a quick idea, right? You don't really know about. Yeah. Okay. Okay. What about the others? Yeah.
First time for me.
All right. Amazing. Okay. 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 So, basically, we're gonna cover the most basic stuff today, the boring stuff we get rid of. Okay, before we go to the important things. So first of all, you should understand what's SNR, right? SNR is basically support and resistance. S stands for support, R stands for resistance. That very simple. But what does that mean? You see guys here the current price, right? This is the current price here. This is the current price. Anything that you get below this, doesn't matter what it is. For the SMC people that used to trade before, if you get an order block, let's say imbalance, if you get, I don't know, like anything below the current price will act as a support because it's going to push price up, right? So for SNR, we work with key levels. So any key level that you get below the current price is going to act as a support. And any key level that you're going to get above the current price is going to act as resistance. It doesn't matter how it looks, how big it is, how small it is, okay? As long as it's above, acts as resistance to push price lower. If it's below the current price, it's going to act as support to push price higher. Understood?
Yeah.
Amazing. Now, I'm going to show you how to mark the key levels, all right? So you're going to have a candlestick. What's a candlestick made of, right? This is the very basic stuff. You're going to have a candlestick that's made of a body and a candle. And what? OHLC. What's OHLC?
Open, high, low, close.
All right. Yes, very simple stuff. OHLC. Right? Now you're going to have open, close, low, high in a green candle, right? The closing is going to be above on a green candle, but on a red candle, the closing is below, right? So I want you to only focus on the closing, okay? Forget about the opening, forget about the high, forget about the low. Focus only on the closing. The closing of what? Not just the candlestick, right? The closing of the first candlestick of a pair that you're gonna pick. So a pair of candlestick is made of basically two candles in a row that has already finished forming. So in here, when you go to the chart, you're not gonna pick, let's go to Bitcoin because Bitcoin is still open, right? You're not going to pick the last two candles because these ones does not count. Why? Because the second one is still forming, right? The pair of candles needs to be any two before the last one because they both has to be finished forming, right? So these two, whatever, okay? Whatever. Now, for you to do that, so let's take an example of these, right? You're gonna have one candle, second candle right here, okay? These are two candles, bullish, a bullish candle, and another bullish candle next to it. So here, I want you to focus on the closing of the first one. If you can annotate, just annotate the closing of the first candlestick on my screen. Come on, guys. Right, amazing. The closing of the first one, guys. Who marked this? What's this, bro? That's not a closing. The one who marked this is the opening, right? I want you to mark the closing of the first candlestick, right? So you're gonna have first candlestick, second candlestick. Open, close, open. Where is the closing of the first one? The closing of the first one is right here. Right here, right? Now that is the key level of this pair, right? Pair of candlesticks. So you're gonna have two candlesticks that has already finished forming, and the key level is right here. It's not on the opening, right? Because 0.1 pip can make the difference in your entry and your RR, right? So this one is not a key level. We want to use this one. Now, once you understand this, there are three types of SNR. The first type is called the gap level. What is the gap level? The gap level is basically the pair that you picked. The two candles are going to be the same color, right? Two consecutive same colored candlesticks, right? So this pair is green, green, like bullish, bullish candlestick. Now, this key level here is a gap, right? What type is this? It's a gap. Understood, guys? Any questions for now?
No.
Am I going a little bit fast?
No, you're good, bro.
Okay, amazing, amazing. So the second type is called the V level. What's the V level? The V level is simply the pair that you picked. The first candlestick is going to be bearish, and the second candlestick is going to be bullish, right? So let's take an example here. You're gonna have the first candlestick right here, then the second candlestick right here, right here, just a moment. Okay, second candlestick right here, and then the closing of the first one. Where is it, guys? Show me. Where is the key level? Closing of the first one. Amazing. Yes, that's the key level right here. Okay, so why do you call it a V level? Now here's the tip. Okay, here's the tip. So if you're quite confused in the beginning to pick the levels, right, the A's and the V's, basically the A is the third type of SNR, and it's the opposite of this one. So instead of bearish, bullish, it's going to be bullish, bearish. The closing of the first one is right here, right? So this is the A and this is the V. Why do you call them A and V, right? So when you go to the line chart, right, line chart, this gives you the shape of a V in it, right? See that? V, A, right? So these two things, right, are called the A and the V. And on the line chart, as you can see, right, you have a lot of curves. See this little curve, curve, curve. All of these are closing prices, and all of these are key levels, right? All of these are key levels. So our job in this course or this mentorship is to identify which levels are going to start a storyline, which levels are good for entries, which levels are good for exits, which levels are going to start swinging, which levels are going to scalp. So just for now, your only focus is to pick the three types of SNR to make sure that your eyes are trained to see that. And after you do that, your next job is to identify if the level is fresh or unfresh, right? If the level is good or not good. So the three types and the line chart are understood, I guess. Any questions? Questions? All right, no questions, I guess. So next topic is fresh and unfresh. What does that mean, right? So you're gonna have a level that is fresh, simply means that that level has gotten through by a body or nothing. So let me show you here. This is, give me an example. What type of SNR should I pick? AV or gap? Give me an example.
Gap.
Gap, okay, let's pick a gap right here. Let's change this motherfucking color. This Gable. Right, so you have bearish candle, right? And then another bearish candle right here. So the closing of the first one, that is a key level, right? So this level, right, in this current situation is simply fresh. Why? Because zero price action went through it. There is nothing, right? There is nothing. So this level is simply fresh. Let's take an example here. So this level that we picked in a bit, right, was fresh simply because there is nothing. There is nothing on it. Now let's say this candlestick has a body on it. Let's say price went lower one more time, and then after that it decided to go higher, right? Right, and then broke through by a body, right? By a body. See this? This is a body over the level. Is this level still fresh? Yes, it is still fresh. Simply because, right? simply because it is a body and not a wick. Let me show you another example right here. So see this gap right here? It is fresh, and then a body went through it. So is it still fresh? Yes, it's still fresh. Now, see this A level right here? Right? Drag it to the right. There is a body through it. This level is still fresh, right? Now, let's say the price tagged it with a wick, right? Let's say price tagged it with a wick, right? There is a wick right here. Let's take an example right here. So right here, there is a wick on the level. So this level becomes unfresh, right? Bear with me. So this level becomes unfresh when you have a wick. But then let's say price breaks through again by a body. The body makes the level become fresh again. Okay, so see here, price touches the A level with the wick and then becomes unfresh, and the body next to it breaks it. So once it breaks it, it makes it fresh again and another time. Understood?
Yes, yeah. Teacher?
Okay. So for how many times can this happen? For how many times can a level get touched by a wake body, wake body, wake body? Infinite? No. Okay, we have a rule to this, guys. We have a rule. So for H4, H1, the level can be used 2 times. When I say used, okay, there is a difference, guys. You have to understand what's the difference between used and touched. There is a big difference between used and touched. When I say used, that means when the level, right, when the level was, let's say, good for entering a buy or a sell position. That's like, you see when you press the button, that's one use, right? That's when it's called used. But touched doesn't mean that you press the button there. Let's say there is this level right here, and price was going to it, right? We don't want to press a sell button right here. Let's say you know that it's going to break through, right? You don't want to press a sell button, but it's touched, right? It's touched. So a touch and a use, there is a difference between them. So a level gets used basically on the first touch when it is fresh. Okay, let me give you an example right here so you don't get confused. So let's say this is a daily fresh level, right? Let's say price gives you a wick right here. And then on the wick, the level is fresh, okay? Level is fresh. This is a gap, okay? The level is fresh, and then it completely give you a wick, so it becomes unfresh. Here, it was unfresh. We touched it and used it because it was fresh, right? So this one is one use. So now the level is no longer fresh. Let's say we touch it again with another wick. Is the level touched or used twice? For me, the level is touched twice, but used only once. Why only once? Because the first time it was fresh, and then the second time we touched the level when it was unfresh, so it doesn't really count. You get what I'm saying here, guys?
Yes, you get it.
Okay, amazing. So this one is 0, right? This one is 0. 0 means that it doesn't count. Now let's say the price breaks it, right? Price breaks it. It becomes fresh again, right? Becomes fresh again. So price can give you another use, right? Another use. So we're gonna touch the key level. Now this one counts as 2, right? 2. Why 2? Because the level was simply fresh, right? Then let's say it touches one more time. So this one is 0.
Yeah.
Any questions, guys?
Okay, I mean, in that case, we can't use that level anymore.
Yes, we can't use that level anymore, but I didn't finish. I said on the H4 and H1, the level can only be used 2 times. So if this is H4 or H1, that means that we can't use this level anymore, right? But if the level is daily or weekly, daily, weekly, can be used 4 times. Can be used 4 times. Okay? So this is a daily. It can break, touch break, touch, and that's it. Okay. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just give you a quick recap here. So we touched it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. We touched it 5 times and only used it twice. Understand now? Amazing. Any questions, guys? Come on, collaborate. Questions?
I got one question.
For sure.
Like here, when we have this level,
Mhm.
we touched it here once, and then we broke it, so it's still fresh. So we could wait for a pullback, and
Yeah.
this would be then the second touch, right?
Yes, it can be the second use.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's say this one would be valid, but your job now is to just identify the fresh levels and the unfresh levels. This level is not good for a buy, and I will show you what's good for a buy and what's good for a sell, what's not in the next classes. Okay, so
And I got one more question. Like in
Mhm.
this scenario, which one from these bearish candles, from where do we mark the zone? You said when
repeat
we
that?
have two bearish candles, we would
Yeah.
mark this as the zone. Let's say these candles don't exist, but after that we printed 2 more. Would
Yeah,
this still be the?
you can do this. These are all key levels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all of them are key levels. Understood?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a gap. All these are gaps. And this is an A, this is an A, this is an A. Why? Fine chart. Boom. Okay. Bullish, bearish. Just remember the patterns. Bullish, bearish A, bearish, bullish V, right? V right here, V right here. So yeah, that's basically how to mark the SNR levels and have a quick understanding about what's fresh and unfresh. So I'm gonna give you few examples and you tell me if the level is fresh and unfresh and how many times has it been used and how many times has it been touched. Now, let me take this level right here, right? So this level, what type is it? Is it fresh or unfresh? How many times has it been used? How many times has it been touched? Okay.
Nee.
Used once, touched twice.
Who said twice? Twice what? Twice touched, twice used?
Twice
I don't
Twice
understand.
touched, used once.
Twice touched,
Used once.
used once. So
Yes.
twice touched, used once. Okay, any other answers?
Yeah, it's 2 touches and 1 use.
Okay.
I mean, it can, yeah, 1 use.
Okay, so 2 touches, 1 use.
Yeah.
Final answer? Okay, it has been touched 3 times, not twice. Check this out. 1 time here, 2nd time here. Why forget the body, guys?
Okay.
I never
didn't-
said that the body, it's not a touch. This is a
Okay.
touch. Yeah, so
I get it.
it has been touched 3 times and used only once. Right here, okay? Yeah, the body counts. The body counts. Now, let me give you an example. Okay, this is gonna be quite tricky for the guys that never been trading on weird brokers. So, you must have noticed that when we trade gold, our chart has like some gaps in here, like it's quite weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me show you why we use that, right? Now, you see this gap right here, right? This one, closing. We have a bullish candle and another bullish candle, right? Okay, so when we take the closing of the first one and drag it to the right, right? Is this key level fresh or not fresh?
It's fresh.
It's fresh.
Fresh.
Okay, why is it fresh? But we have a wick right here. Isn't that a wick?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
we need
the
2 candles
candle
to have a level.
Doesn't count, right?
Exactly. We need 2 levels to form the level. So the second candle, we need 2 candles to form the level. So the second candlestick does not count. The wick of the second candlestick does not count. Basically, always use Pepperstone for analyzing gold, right? Pepperstone is the way to always analyze gold. It's the most accurate. So these gaps, right, are real price gaps. When you go to forex.com or Owanda, these brokers just fill these gaps with random price. So that's not really the real price. So sometimes a storyline starts here. Let me show you an example. So just a quick hint about what's storyline. It's basically the direction, right? Storyline is the direction. If gold is bullish or bearish overall, right? Now, people that has been using Oanda got tricked last week. Check this out. So just a quick hint. So this is a break of structure, right? This is a break of structure on the line chart. We use break of structures on the line chart. So people that use Oanda all sold from this area, or you might be confused why the reason to sell here, but after a breakout, you get a pullback. After a pullback, you get entry on certain levels. I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, check Pepperstone, right? Check Pepperstone. Do you have a damn breakout here? No, you don't, right? That's why price went all the way up. People that use Oanda always get fucked up. So stick to Pepperstone. Okay, guys, any more questions?
Let's say, I mean, I am with another broker, so I can still analyze gold on, I mean, with.
Yeah, so what you do is analyze gold on Pepperstone. Let's say you get this level, right? Get this level and you want to enter here. So when you go to your MT4, MT5, put the limit on this price. See this 1820.44, put it on MT4, MT5.
Okay, got it. Thanks a lot.
Amazing, no worries. Any other questions?
Can you explain how to can you define use again?
Used, okay. No worries. Have you been trading SMC before?
Yes,
okay.
But
let's say this
I don't understand the use.
You know what's an order block, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me just explain in SMC way so you understand what's a use and what's a touch, right?
Okay.
So this is an order block. The use means that we went in it and went lower, right? We got a reaction off of it.
Oh, okay.
So this is one use, but let's say the price just broken through. Did we actually use it and got a reaction?
No.
No, we just touched it. That's it. Just touched it. Understand now?
Understand.
Yeah, got it. Amazing.
So it went through, like if it's a body, it went through.
No. Let me show you. Let me show you another thing. So let's say this is an order block, right? So let's say we get the first reaction out of it. Are you gonna still sell from it again?
Yes.
No, you're not gonna sell from an order block twice, are you?
Oh,
you're only gonna sell from it once. So this is one use. This is the only one that counts until we break it and then use it again. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Very simple.
So the reaction.
Yeah, just instead of order block, it's just a key level, bro. Same shit, right? Just a wick right here. And the second one does not count because you wouldn't want to sell from it again until it gets broken, right? And then use it.
Got it.
So once, twice. How many times did we touch it overall? 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Okay.
Okay, but only used twice.
Yeah. Amazing. Any other questions?
For the daily and weekly, you can use 4 times, right?
Yes, daily and weekly 4 times. H4, H1, H4, H1, twice. Yeah. Okay. Any more questions, guys?
No. Okay.
All right. Amazing. So I'm gonna give you a quick look about what's storyline, and then we wrap up our session today. Okay. So storyline, storyline simply means the direction of your current market that you're analyzing or looking at. So let's open up any random pair, right? Let's open up any random pair. So let's go to, I don't know, like US 30. Okay. Pepperstone. And then the direction, right? Or the bias, however you want to call it, you would want to use 2 time frames, the daily and the weekly. Why we use both? Because sometimes the daily can be against the weekly. Let's say when you analyze the daily, okay, the daily tells you, oh, I want to go up, right? And then when you analyze the weekly tells you I want to go down. So what to do in this case? When you find them opposite to each other, you would always want to follow the daily first, okay? Because the internal structure has to finish before the external, the bigger one, has to finish. So let's say the weekly moves like this, right? There is this theory about price, basically storyline, that price moves from a fresh level to another fresh level of the same time frame. So this is daily. Let's say weekly, right? Weekly, right? If price wants to start a bearish storyline, what's a bearish storyline? Bearish storyline, basically a bearish movement, right? But that bearish movement has to have a starting point, a finishing point, which is a weekly level also. Okay, you might have many weekly levels. I'm going to show you in the next sessions how to pick which one price is going to stop at, right? So you have a weekly level right here, and price is moving to another weekly level. This is how price moves. Let me show you. So see this? Let's say, okay, let's say you have, let me just find an example here. So you see this A level right here, right? Price started a weekly bearish storyline from here and went to where? This gap right here, this guy right here, and then started a bullish storyline from here. And then it decided to start a bearish storyline from this level right here, on down until where? Down until this V level right here. Okay, so don't get confused why it didn't stop here or why it didn't stop here. That's for next sessions. I'm just showing you how price moves. Price moves on the weekly and the daily. I mean, also on the other time frames, but for the main bigger direction, we only use the weekly and the daily. So here, the weekly moves from a fresh level to another fresh level, from a fresh level to another fresh level, gives you reactions on some other few fresh levels. Now, let's say price is going to this weekly. Where is it going now? It went to this one. And maybe, actually it went to this one, right here. Why is this a key level? Check this out. Bearish candle, closing of the first one, key level. Okay, don't get confused with the broker's fee. This is the real one. Okay, so closing of the first one, that's one. So price went from this weekly level to that weekly level, and then maybe from this weekly level to down here, or if it doesn't want to go down from there, it wants to go higher there. Okay, I will show you how to identify a start of a storyline, a finish of a storyline, right? So I'm going to give you homeworks before we actually do that. So price, as I said, goes from weekly to weekly. And then from this weekly, it might want to go to another weekly, right? And then from that weekly, it might want to go to another weekly. So it doesn't simply just do this, right? It doesn't go all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. This is very basic knowledge. It gives retracements. Retracements like this, like this, like this. So this is, what are these? These also has an explanation. Every single move in the market you can explain, right? So here you have a weekly bearish storyline. But inside of this weekly bearish storyline, you have small pullbacks called as bullish daily storylines. So let's say you have a daily level right here, and that daily level decided to start a bullish storyline up until another daily level right here. And then down from that daily to this daily, daily to this daily, daily, daily. So inside the weekly big bearish storyline, we have many daily storylines inside: bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. So let's say daily decided to start a bullish storyline from here, while the weekly is bearish. Now the daily is bullish, weekly is bearish. Do you want to buy or sell? Of course you want to buy. Why do you want to buy? Because the daily has to go to another daily before it finishes the weekly storyline. So you have to buy to another daily, and then until the daily shows you a sign of sales, then you would want to keep selling. Okay?
Yeah.
Understand what you say?
Yeah. One question, please.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, let's say, okay, as you say, it's a daily key level. That's another one, and we are here. Okay.
Yeah.
And we want to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Will we buy until here or here?
Yes, that's what's for next classes.
Okay,
so
sorry.
Yeah, you would want to keep buying until the right level. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a hint, right? So you have 3 levels. You don't know which level is gonna stop at, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you need a sign. You are going to keep buying until you have a sign on one of these levels. When you have a sign on one of these levels, you would want to start selling. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, that saved me 1,000 hours of watching.
Yeah, man, no
video,
worries,
man.
no worries. Yeah, bro. I mean, it's not really that complicated when you get to it. You will literally not really laugh at it, but it's very simple. It's very simple. So just a few signs here. So some people use a breakout on one time frame. I don't really want to confuse you because like all of you here are so new, so I don't want to give you very big information, okay? So here, price moves from weekly to I bet 100% that some guys don't even understand what I'm saying here, like weekly to weekly, daily, daily, daily. You know what I'm saying? So please, guys, if you have any questions, if you want me to repeat anything, just tell me. Tell me, please. Okay.
Another question. Let's
Yeah.
say a level is missed by 1 pip or a pipette. Will we consider it as a touch level or not?
No. On Pepperstone is very accurate. If it misses
Okay.
it by 0.1 pip, it's still fresh.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yes, amazing. Any other questions? Okay. Come on, questions, guys, before the times run out.
When you were explaining the week to week, there's going to be other weak levels in between, correct?
Yeah, so let's say inside of this movement, it's going to be like this. And these come from levels here, fresh, on one time frame lower. So this is weekly to weekly, right? So these are coming from daily, 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 daily. Okay. Did I answer your question?
Well, I was asking, is there going to be, for example, you're saying week to week, but is there going to be other week zones in between that you gotta watch for? You're
Here,
gonna teach us how to
I
understand
yeah,
which
of
one to
course.
go to?
In this
Okay.
example, I only showed you weekly to the next weekly, right in it. There is nothing between, no weekly between.
Okay.
Yeah, but of course, when I teach you how to start a storyline from daily, you will be able to use it on monthly, weekly, H4, doesn't matter. Okay, so also the weekly moves from a weekly to weekly. As I said, weekly here to another weekly down there, and then from that weekly to another weekly, and some weeklies are going to get broken like this one, and they all have a reason, right? They all have a reason. So yeah, don't worry about it. Just focus with this one. Now I'm going to give you a homework that you're going to do, right? And after this homework, I will have to check every one of you, and everyone must master this before we actually take the next class, or else you will miss a lot. Noticed last week in gold, the third Friday lows on Pepperstone, and is that just a dodgy broker? I don't really see other brokers, but just stick with Pepperstone. Levels quickly. Do you have any identification exercise? Yes, I have an exercise for you. Basically, for those that can't see the levels so fast, okay? Basically, for me, when I look to the chart, it's all levels for me. I don't see candles. It's all levels, right? So you have to be like that. So if you can identify levels, then skip this exercise. But if you want to get good at it, it's very simple. Go to the daily, pick the last candle, right? From this candlestick down until here, okay? Take 2 hours with yourself, right? Mark every single fresh level in here and neglect the unfresh levels. So see here, a gap, V, take every single one, okay? Don't draw the level like this, right? Don't go all the way to the right. Just in here, right? Right here, right here, right here. Right here, until you get used of it, okay? The new things, bro, you're too greedy, yeah? Just wait for less sessions. Why are you going to the new things just yet? Okay, so the new things are just going to be a refinement to my entries, right? And how I enter. So we used to use 30 pips on all entry types. Now I have new entries that we're going to use 7 pips stop loss on, we're going to have 3 pip stop loss. We're going to have 15, 25, and 30. Okay, so different entry types. These are the new things that I didn't teach you. Okay, so if you're just curious. So here we have, yeah, this exercise is for you to identify levels. Mark all the fresh levels. What is this, bro? So take your time, okay, doing this, and then send me a screenshot. I will check every single level that you drew, okay, and tell you which ones you missed or not. And by that, I will let you know if you're ready for the second exercise or not. So the second exercise, okay, second exercise
So only
is
fresh.
what you say? Yeah, mark only the fresh. Mark only the fresh. Now here, the second exercise is going to be marking where did the movement start. Okay, where did the movements start? So let's take, okay, so you take 3 different pairs and go back by, I don't know, like something like this. Just a second. Yeah, like just take a year, take the last year and go to the swing points right here. So price went up from this, down from there, okay? And mark the levels that made them start, because you will never find, okay, so you will never find the price action where it started from nothing, right? Never, never. So let's say this one, right? Oh, but this one started from nothing. No, it didn't start from nothing. Check this out. See this gap right here? Fresh, boom, started from there. It never starts from nothing, right? So swing point right here, where did it start from? Boom, started from there. Where did it finish? Oh, finished there. Started from there, right? Where did it stop here? Oh, stopped in this gap, right? Stopped in this gap. Now, just give me, okay, all the levels that started and finished the swing points in it. So let's say price started the sell from here, bought from here, sold again from here, okay? Where did this buy from? Okay, where did this buy from? This is not random. Let's take this. Boom, gap. See that? Gap, fresh, go up, started the sell from here, right? Bought again from here, sold again from here. See how accurate this is? Okay.
Yeah. Holy
So,
shit.
yeah, bro. So once you get used to this, I will show you. Okay, just with this, you can see how magical it is. So imagine after I show you which levels are going to get broken and not going to get respected. It's going to be so cool, guys. So here, just do this homework, right? For the last year of 3 different pairs. So did you say from 3 different? Yeah, just 3 different pairs. We are going to use only gold, but for the homework, I really want you to understand this and get a really good hand of it. Not just basically understand it and go to the next session. No, I want you to become so good at this, better than me. Okay, so take the last year of 3 different pairs. You have gold,